Shooting with SOF is more of an idea of how do you take those that saw a movie or maybe self-reads in the internet, and we're bombarded today with all of, this fascination of what's so special about special operations, right? Why do they carry that gun? Why do I see a black helicopter, not a brown one or a green one? So I think within our own culture, especially in America, we have this kind of fascination about a special operator. So we wanted to create this community fusion event where you bring in individuals and businesses in a curated experience. You would never know a special operator is walking past you in the theater, on the streets, at a mall. You know what I mean? You might see somebody fit and big or whatever. So how do you combine that desire to have an experience and finally get to talk to somebody? How did you train? Why did you train, right? Can I stand next to you? Can you show me something? So we created this special series, Shooting with SOF, Special Operations Forces, to take all of those members that are curious and all of those businesses that want to understand tactical leadership, and you put them on a range. And then you slowly introduce them to the tools of the trade by the masters who've spent years and decades navigating these weapons. And what you get at the end of this, the operators finally get to meet people in the community. What the individuals and businesses get is they get just a small glimpse into the complexity of what it takes to field, to train, to conduct these operations, and to see the human element of these individuals they just met. It's funny, when I engaged them, what did you think you were going to do today? So I asked them in the beginning, and then I asked them at the end, what do you think you did today? Oh my God, I didn't even have a clue this is what we're going to do. At the end of it, the excitement was there. When I talked to you about this, remember when you said that? We like to also build in this surprise element when we can. So at this adventure, we had a helicopter come in. So for us, it's old news, right? It's just like opening the barn door and the cows are like, here we go. For operators, like, I hear the sounds, training's real, it's time to get on. And that's when you get the calmness, right, of in the zone, get on the helicopter and let's go. So to share that with our participants, it was fun to watch the enthusiasm of the first times. You get to point out and talk about this is how it looks like with buildings down below. How do you identify it? When do you get ready? You know you're a minute out. This checklist of things that happen. I think that rounded out the special operations experience. And that's just one facet of the Shooting with SOF experiences here. This is only the beginning. If you think of a video game where everything's dark and you start maneuvering through the woods and you talk to an orc or curated somebody, you're just now seeing the beginning of what these exciting experiences will have. For us, it's second nature. We spent a lifetime doing this. It's old hand. But now we get to share it and release some of that lessons in life, right? We have a whole generation that we need to be able to talk to about this. On the business side, those business leaders now meet some of these people and they say, I want that kind of quality people in my organization. So now you get economic opportunities, entrepreneurism, direct hiring. We now have a pathway to take the nation's greatest warriors and integrate them into the economy. One of my personal original objectives is the fusion that comes together. You can't make it, you can't draw it on a piece of paper, you can talk about the theory of it, but you saw it at the end of this event where people really truly became friends. You're exchanging numbers, not only with the operators themselves, but with other people that you've met, right? You realize you're not that far apart. What's the takeaway from here? The takeaway was an exposure that you're just on the tip of yourself, your training. There's more to think about and do, and that's what gets people back together. This was class 001. You'll get your patch. You should be proud. But now you're part of the cadre, so you have to go out and recruit 002, 003. And what you're going to start seeing is when more and more people come to these events, how many will come with their 01 patch? And they're an original, right? How many people then bring their family members? They want to share the experience. How many bring other people? That's when you know you've truly touched them, because now they're your advocate. And just like unconventional warfare, we just built a cadre that builds a battalion, that builds an army, right? And now they're capable and competent. And now you're taking them to advanced skills.